I find that God's power exceeds our intellectual capability to comprehend. We can't comprehend God's power. Sometimes you have to look back. And what I want to do at this time is to look back to understand what happened to me this year in 2013. I have to go back to what happened in 2001. I was told in 2001 that the doctor said he had good news and bad news. The good news was that they discovered I had cancer early. But the bad news was that I had cancer. And it was prostate cancer, and I had my prostate removed. I didn't understand that that experience in 2001 would be relevant for me in 2013. Later on in 2009, another experience that's relevant to 2013. I fell in my home, and the doctors told me that I had multiple fractures in my chest that would heal. But the CAT scan revealed something more serious. They discovered I had an aortic dissection, and that dissection could have been fatal. If I had a spike in my blood pressure, it would have been a short period of time before I would have died. So something such as a fall revealed something silent that I had no idea I had an aortic dissection. But for the fall, I wouldn't have known about the aortic dissection. And part of the prescription for the aortic dissection was prescribing certain medication and taking an annual CAT scan. The next year, when I took my CAT scan, the doctor told me that the aortic dissection was healed. The doctor said it was healed. And I asked him, how was it healed? He said the cells fused back together. He said, but I probably would still need to have an annual CAT scan because I still had an aneurysm. Now we're in 2013. I had my CAT scan, and the cardiologist told me that they discovered from the CAT scan that the aneurysm was fine, but they discovered that I had a mass on the side of my stomach. But for the CAT scan, they wouldn't have discovered the mass on the side of my stomach. After several tests, they discovered that it was a GIST tumor, which is a rare tumor, only about 3,000 reported cases a year. And they removed that tumor and part of my stomach on December 2nd. And I'm healing fine. The oncologist said that they have a pill that has been successful that I would have to take every day for 1 to 3 years. That pill will search and destroy GIST cells that reoccur. The pathology report revealed that my tumor was a high-grade malignant tumor. High grade meaning there's a high probability that it will return. So this pill that I'll take is the protection that I'll need against a return of a very aggressive cancer. So I praise God and thank God for allowing me to fall and blessing me twice against silent killers that I had no idea that I had. There are two ways to die: external trauma or internal silent things. And sometimes you have symptoms. I had no symptoms from either one of those deadly things. And I praise God and thank God for being such a good God. And I give him all the glory and all the praise. And I'm here to give this testimony today because of his grace and mercy. I encourage anyone who goes through bad news from the doctor, have faith. Remember that God is able. Hold on to his unchanging hand. There's nothing that he can't do. And I had seen other people healed, but I had not gone through the healings that I went through. And now I can tell you from personal experience to trust in God. He's able, he will deliver you. And when the doctor gives up, hold on to God, keep your faith, because he is the same God today that he was yesterday. God is not dead. He's very much alive.